The last thing I bought based on cuteness and novelty alone was a motorcycle. Such were the tiny Honda Grom's charms that my dad, who was with me at the time, and equally smitten, bought one too. So, resembling a large multivitamin, or a small Barker's egg, depending on how your brain works, the Insta360 GO is at once a novelty and a technical triumph. And I reckon it's one of the most useful devices a visually creative person can own. Okay, so here's a quick and dirty rundown of what it can do. It shoots 1440p at up to 50 frames a second. It does 120 frames a second slow-mo at 1080p. It does time-lapse, hyperlapse, HDR, and it records for up to 2.5 hours with the fabulous little magnetic charging case. And another thing, its sensor inside is round, so you can choose portrait, square, or landscape format clips after you've actually shot them. The circular sensor also means that you get automatic horizon leveling, so no matter which way you tilt it, whether you've got it like this, upside down, whatever, your horizon stays perfectly level. And again, you can opt in or out of this after you shoot your footage, thanks to the brilliant Insta360 Studio software. Image stabilization, they call it flow state, and I reckon it rivals the GoPro. Just make sure you're shooting pro video mode for this to work. The camera is magnetic, as you probably saw. More on that in a sec. It comes with a whole bunch of clever accessories, led by the brilliant charging case, which also acts as a remote control, allows you to cycle through all the different functions. It also acts as a tripod, which is great for perching on fence posts, tree stumps, that kind of thing. It comes with a clever little hat clip. Again, attaches magnetically, and you can swivel that up or down, and you can put that on a baseball cap. You know, I've used it a few times. I found it's a little bit jerky because you tend to sort of move your head around fairly quickly when you're driving, looking down, that kind of thing, and you have to be quite conscious of how you move your head and move very smoothly for this to be effective. One of the other accessories it comes with, which I reckon is brilliant and I use all the time, is this little pivot stand. Again, attaches magnetically, and you can sit this down anywhere you like to get footage. It swivels around, and best of all, it's sticky. So once you stick it down on whatever surface it's going onto, you can move your camera around. See, that's stuck pretty good now. I use it on my windscreen a fair bit in the car, so I'll slap that on the windscreen and have this pointing towards me as I'm filming, or I just simply swivel it around and then I can be filming outside the car. So very, very clever. And the good thing is this little sticky pad here, like a lot of sticky pads you've seen now in other products like phone holders and things, give it a rinse under the tap and then it's all sticky again. I slap some magnetic tape on the back of mine. You can buy a roll of it from Amazon, it's pretty cheap. That way I can use this as a magnetic stand as well as a sticky stand. So it serves two purposes then. But this is brilliant. I mean, I also use this for just, you know, walk and talk stuff. Hold it like this as I'm walking. It's super stable. It's just brilliant. So that is probably the accessory that you'll use the most. But another very clever one that comes with it is the Pendant, which is magnetic. And the idea behind this is you simply wear it under your t-shirt, like that, slap it on, and Bob's your uncle. You got wonderful, stable POV footage. Just hit the button here, and it starts recording. And Bob's your uncle. There you go. So that's a useful little tool as well, useful little accessory. And I've used that quite a bit. That was the camera vibrating. The camera vibrates when it turns on or off, just so you can tell without looking. So lots of fantastic little accessories. A few other things. The image quality is extremely good, as good in fact as the GoPro Hero 9. It's by far the easiest camera to shoot point of view content with. The microphone is not bad. I think I'm actually going to try a shot of this tree. If you're in a breezy environment, then you really need some sort of supplementary audio, like for example the little Rode Lav Go, which I'm wearing under my t-shirt, connected to this fantastic Tascam DR10L. This is a fantastic little thing. I've used this for quite a while now and I found it to be extremely reliable, and the quality is very, very good. And best of all, it's almost impossible to accidentally press or stop your recording. You have to do it very deliberately and hold the button for a few seconds. So yes, the microphone is quite good, but just be careful of that in a breezy environment. Now, I own a bunch of cameras, including a couple of mirrorless ones. I've got 3 GoPros. I've got the DJI Pocket 2, with a little gimbal on it. I've got another Insta360 product, the 1X2, which is their 360-degree camera. That's a brilliant camera. And of course, I've got my trusty iPhone 12, which is no slouch when it comes to video quality. But the thing is, I tend to grab this more than any other. In fact, I was going through some of my old footage just to pull out some examples of how I've used this. And in virtually every video shoot that I've done since I bought this, I've used this, which speaks volumes, I reckon. And the reason I used it in virtually every shoot is it's just so damn easy to use. You can literally take it anywhere and put it anywhere. And because of its wide field of view, and because of the automatic horizon leveling, and the brilliant stabilization, and the simple one button operation, I mean, you just press the front of it to start recording. All you have to do is really just point and press. And that ultimately is why I reckon you should get one. I mean, you just clip it on your hat, slap it on the pendant, stick it on a shelf, perch it on a fence post, or attach it to anything magnetic and press record. You know, I could share a metric ton of tips and tricks on how to use this camera and where you might use it, but there are a ton of other videos out there. And in fact, one of the ones that I recommend is Chenille's channel called Best 360 for all that kind of stuff. But for now, all you need to know is this. For convenience and usability, this thing seriously gets a 9 out of 10. The footage is as good as the GoPro Hero 9, right up to 4K. I reckon it'll spark a whole new level of creativity in you. And for what it allows you to do, I reckon this thing is an absolute bargain. And by the way, I'm not sponsored by Insta360. I'm not an affiliate of theirs. I just honestly believe that this camera, well, my usage has proven that this camera has been invaluable for me. So, hope you found that useful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at my regularly scheduled landscape photography video coming up in a few days. Man, this thing goes all right.